There's something about the way cruelty echoes in hotel hallways. I've been thinking about that lately, about how sound travels differently in those carpeted corridors, how voices carry, how words spoken in what you think is private can ripple outward in ways you never intended, in ways you can't take back. My name is David Chen. I'm 41. I work in corporate consulting. The kind of job where you travel constantly, stay in interchangeable hotels, attend conferences, where everyone says the same things in slightly different ways. The kind of job that pays well, but asks you to be someone you're not sure you want to be. 3 months ago, I was at a conference in Chicago. Technology and innovation. 2 days of keynote speakers and networking sessions and hotel bar conversations where we all pretended to be more important than we were. I checked into the hotel the night before, one of those places downtown, with marble lobbies and too many mirrors. The kind where everything's designed to make you feel successful just by walking through the door. My room was on the 14th floor. Standard business hotel room. Crisp white sheets. A desk by the window. A bathroom with little bottles of products I'd never use. The generic comfort of a space designed for no one in particular. I was tired from traveling, annoyed about the conference, going through my presentation for the next morning when housekeeping knocked. "Housekeeping," a woman's voice called, accented, tentative. "Come back later," I said, not looking up from my laptop. She knocked again. "Sorry, sir. I need check minibar." I sighed, got up, opened the door with the expression I'd perfected over years of being interrupted. The look that said I was busy, important, not someone whose time should be wasted. She was small, maybe 50. Wearing the hotel uniform, gray dress, white apron, name tag that said Rosa. She had a cart piled with towels and cleaning supplies. Her hands were red and chapped from chemicals. "The minibar's fine," I said. "I haven't touched it." "I must check," she said. Her English was heavily accented, each word carefully formed. "Hotel policy." "I just told you I haven't used it," I said, my irritation growing. "Do you understand English? I haven't touched it." I said it slowly, loudly, the way people do when they think volume compensates for comprehension. She flinched slightly. "I understand, sir, but I must what? Can't you listen? Or is your English not good enough to understand simple instructions?" The words came out harder than I'd intended, but I was tired, stressed about the presentation, and I'd spent years in corporate environments where efficiency mattered more than kindness. Her face changed. Something shuddered. She looked down at her cart. "I'm sorry," she said quietly. I checked quickly. She came in, moved to the minibar, checked it, methodically, counting each item, marking things on her clipboard. I stood there, arms crossed, radiating impatience. She worked in silence, quick, efficient, trying to take up as little space as possible. When she finished, she gathered her things. "Thank you, sir," she said, still not meeting my eyes. "Enjoy your stay." She left. I closed the door and went back to my presentation. Forgot about the interaction within 10 minutes. Just another minor annoyance in a day full of them. The conference started the next morning at 9. I arrived at 8:30, got coffee, made small talk with people whose names I'd forget by lunch. The usual choreography of professional networking. At 9 sharp, the opening keynote began. The conference organizer, a woman in her 60s with steel gray hair and an air of quiet authority, walked to the podium. "Good morning," she said. "I'm Dr. Patricia Whitmore, and I'm delighted to welcome you to the 2024 Innovation and Technology Leadership Conference." Standard opening. I was already mentally rehearsing my own presentation, scheduled for after lunch. Before we begin with our scheduled programming, Dr. Whitmore continued, I want to introduce someone special. Our organization has a tradition of inviting speakers who embody innovation in unexpected places. People whose stories remind us that expertise and excellence come from everywhere, not just from where we expect them. I was only half listening, scrolling through my phone under the table. This morning, she said, we have the honor of hearing from Dr. Rosa Martinez. I looked up. Dr. Martinez, Dr. Whitmore continued, is a computer scientist and artificial intelligence researcher. She holds a PhD in machine learning from MIT. She's published over 40 papers in top-tier journals. She's currently leading a research team developing natural language processing systems for multilingual applications. My stomach began to tighten. She's also, Dr. Whitmore said, someone who understands firsthand what it means to navigate multiple worlds, to exist in spaces where you're underestimated, to have your intelligence questioned because of how you speak. The lights dimmed. A woman walked onto the stage. It was her. Rosa, the housekeeper from last night. Except she wasn't wearing a gray uniform and white apron anymore. She was wearing a professional suit. Her hair was styled differently, but it was unmistakably her. I stopped breathing. Dr. Martinez came to this country 25 years ago, Dr. Whitmore said. She worked as a hotel housekeeper while learning English and completing her undergraduate degree at night. She cleaned rooms during the day and studied computer science in the evenings. It took her 8 years to finish her bachelor's degree, another 6 for her PhD. Rosa, Dr. Martinez, stood at the podium, waiting. Her expression was calm, professional. She showed no sign of recognizing me, though I was sitting in the third row. She still works part-time as a hotel housekeeper, Dr. Whitmore continued. Not because she has to, but because she says it keeps her grounded, reminds her where she came from, helps her remember the people who are often invisible in spaces like this. The room was silent, attentive. Please welcome Dr. Rosa Martinez. The applause was thunderous. People stood. I stayed seated, frozen, as my world tilted sideways. Dr. Martinez began to speak. Her accent was still there, would always be there. She'd later explain, because an accent isn't a deficiency. It's evidence of knowing more than one language. But her command of technical material was flawless. She talked about AI systems, about bias in machine learning, about how the algorithms we create reflect the assumptions of their creators. When I clean hotel rooms, she said, guests often talk to me as if I'm not quite human, as if the work I do makes me less intelligent, less deserving of respect. I wanted to disappear, to sink through the floor, to be anywhere but in that room. They speak slowly, she continued, loudly. They assume that my accent means I don't understand, that my job means I couldn't possibly have thoughts worth hearing. She clicked to the next slide. A graph showing bias patterns in language processing systems. This is the same bias we encode into our AI systems, she said. The assumption that certain accents, certain ways of speaking, certain types of work correlate with intelligence or value. Our algorithms learn these biases from us. They perpetuate them. They make them systematic. She spoke for 40 minutes about her research, about bias and justice, and the ways technology can either reinforce inequity or challenge it, about the importance of diverse voices in technology development, about seeing people's full humanity instead of just their role in a given moment. When she finished, The standing ovation lasted a full minute. I sat there, hands shaking, face burning, wanting to leave, but unable to move, trapped by my own shame. After the keynote, there was a break. People clustered around Dr. Martinez, asking questions, requesting business cards. I stayed in my seat, trying to figure out what to do. That's when she approached me. She walked down the aisle, stood next to my seat, looked at me with those same eyes from last night. But this time, she wasn't looking down. "Mr. Chen," she said quietly. She'd seen my conference badge. "May I speak with you?" Everyone nearby went quiet, watching. "Yes," I managed. "I'm so sorry. I didn't know that I was a scientist," she interrupted gently. "Would it have mattered? Would you have spoken to me differently if you'd known?" I opened my mouth, closed it, because we both knew the answer. "I want you to understand something," she said. "Not for me. I'm fine. I've dealt with people like you for 25 years, but for you, because you need to hear this." I nodded, unable to speak. "When you spoke to me last night," she said, "you didn't see a person. You saw a job. You made assumptions based on my work, my accent, my appearance. You decided I was less intelligent, less deserving of respect, less fully human than you." Her voice was calm, not angry, just clear. "I don't tell you my credentials to shame you," she continued. "I tell you because it shouldn't matter, whether I'm a PhD or not, whether I speak perfect English or not, whether I'm a housekeeper or a CEO. I deserve respect. We all do. Not because of our accomplishments, but because we're human." She paused. "Let that sink in." "You're giving a presentation this afternoon," she said, "about leadership and innovation." I looked at the program. "Yes," I whispered. "What are you going to tell people?" she asked. "About how to lead? About what innovation means? About how to treat the people around you?" I had no answer. "I hope," she said, "that you'll think about last night, and about this morning, and about the gap between who you think you are and who you actually were in that moment." She handed me her business card. "If you'd ever like to have a real conversation about leadership, about seeing people, about what it means to work in multiple worlds, please call me." I don't say that to be kind. I say it because I think you might be capable of learning, and people who are capable of learning are worth the effort. Then she walked away, left me sitting there with her card and my shame, and the knowledge that I'd been the villain in someone else's story. I didn't give my presentation that afternoon. Called the organizers during lunch. Said I was sick. It wasn't exactly a lie. I felt sick. Sick with shame. Sick with the realization of who I'd been. I spent the afternoon in my hotel room. The same room where I'd been cruel to her the night before. I kept replaying the interaction, kept hearing my own voice. "Is your English not good enough to understand simple instructions?" I'd said that to a woman with a PhD from MIT, a woman who'd published 40 papers, a woman who led research teams and gave keynotes at international conferences. But that's not why it was wrong. It was wrong because I'd said it to a human being. Because I'd used my position, guest, man, native English speaker, to make her feel small. Because I'd treated someone's accent and job as evidence of their worth rather than evidence of their journey. I thought about leaving, checking out early, avoiding any chance of seeing her again. But that felt cowardly, like running from what I'd done instead of facing it. So I stayed, went down to the hotel bar that evening, ordered a drink I didn't really want, sat there trying to figure out what to do with this knowledge about myself. She came in an hour later, back in her uniform, back to being Rosa the housekeeper to everyone who saw her. She was pushing her cart, checking rooms, doing the work that made the hotel function. When she got to the hallway near the bar, I stood up, walked over to her. "Dr. Martinez," I said. She turned, looked at me with that same calm expression. "I'm sorry," I said. "I know I said that this morning, but I need to say it again. I'm sorry, you were right about all of it, and I want you to know that I heard you." She was quiet for a moment. Then, "What did you hear?" "That I've been treating people badly," I said. "Not just you, but a lot of people, in a lot of ways. I've been using my position to make myself feel important by making others feel small. And that's not who I want to be. But it's who you've been," she said gently. "You understand that, yes? This isn't just about one interaction. This is about a pattern, a way of moving through the world." "Yes," I said. "I understand that." "So, what are you going to do about it?" she asked. "I don't know," I admitted. "I want to say I'll be better, but I don't even know how to start." She considered this. Then she pulled out a piece of paper and a pen from her cart, wrote something down, handed it to me. "This is the name of someone I know," she said. "A coach who works with executives on conscious leadership, on understanding bias and privilege, and how to actually change behavior instead of just feeling bad about it." I took the paper. "Thank you." "Don't thank me yet," she said. "Real change is hard. It requires looking at parts of yourself you'd rather not see, being honest about damage you've done, making amends, doing the work, even when it's uncomfortable." "I want to try," I said. She nodded. "Then try. And if you fail, because you will sometimes, try again. That's all any of us can do." She went back to her cart, started to push it down the hallway. "Dr. Martinez?" I called after her. She turned. "Why are you helping me?" I asked. "After what I did?" She smiled, sad but kind. "Because I've spent 25 years being underestimated, being dismissed, being treated as less than. And I decided a long time ago that I wouldn't become the thing that hurt me, that I would respond to cruelty with clarity, to ignorance with education, to prejudice with patience." She paused. "But also because I think you're genuinely capable of changing. I've met many people who aren't, who would have made excuses or gotten defensive or blamed me for their discomfort. You didn't do that. You felt shame. And shame, when it's processed correctly, can become wisdom." "I hope so," I said. "So do I," she said. "For your sake and for everyone who has to interact with you." That was 3 months ago. I've been working with the coach Dr. Martinez recommended, doing the uncomfortable work of examining my own biases, my own assumptions, the ways I've moved through the world as if some people mattered more than others. It's been harder than I expected. Not the intellectual understanding, that came quickly, but the behavioral change, the habit breaking, the practice of pausing before I speak, of questioning my assumptions, of seeing service workers and assistants and people with accents as full humans, with rich inner lives and expertise I know nothing about. I mess up sometimes, catch myself making assumptions, speaking to people as if their job defines their worth. But I catch myself more often now. Correct, apologize, try again. I've stayed in touch with Dr. Martinez. We email occasionally. She's working on a new research project about bias in voice recognition systems, about how AI performs worse for accented speakers, about the ways technology disadvantages people whose voices don't match the training data. The algorithms think accents are errors, she told me in one email. Just like people do. They're trained on standard English, and everything else is treated as deviation, as wrong, as less than. I think about that a lot. About how we encode our prejudices into systems, into technology, into the ways we treat each other. Last week, I gave a presentation at a different conference. The topic was leadership in tech. But I didn't give the presentation I'd originally prepared, the one full of business jargon and empty platitudes about innovation. Instead, I told a story about a hotel in Chicago, about a housekeeper I'd been cruel to, about discovering she was a brilliant scientist, about learning that expertise and worth aren't visible in the ways I'd been trained to look for them. I made assumptions, I told the room, based on her job, her accent, her role in my life at that moment. I treated her as if she existed only to serve me, as if her intelligence and dignity and full humanity were irrelevant because I was the guest and she was the housekeeper. The room was silent. Uncomfortable, I continued. The technology we build, the systems we create, the organizations we lead, they all reflect these assumptions. They reflect how we see people, how we value people. And if we see some people as less than, as peripheral, as only mattering when they serve our needs, then we'll build systems that encode that prejudice. I talked about Dr. Martinez's research, about bias in AI, about the importance of diverse voices in technology development, about how the future of innovation depends on our ability to see and value all kinds of expertise. Real leadership, I said, isn't about being the smartest person in the room. It's about recognizing that brilliance exists everywhere, in expected places and unexpected ones, in people with PhDs and people cleaning hotel rooms, sometimes in the same person. After the presentation, a young man approached me, Asian American, like me, maybe late 20s. "Thank you for that," he said. "My mother works as a hotel housekeeper. She has a degree in engineering from the Philippines, but her credentials don't transfer here. So she cleans rooms, and people treat her like she's invisible, like she's stupid, like her accent means she has nothing valuable to say." His voice was shaking. "But she's brilliant. She helps me with my work. I'm a software engineer. And she understands complex systems better than most people I know. But no one sees that. They just see a housekeeper with an accent." "I'm sorry," I said, "for your mother, and for being someone who contributed to that treatment. Are you really changing?" he asked. "Or is this just another performance? Another way to look good while nothing actually shifts?" It was a fair question, one I'd asked myself many times. "I'm trying to change," I said. "I don't know if I'm succeeding, but I'm doing the work, making amends where I can, catching myself when I fall into old patterns, listening more, assuming less, trying to see people as full humans instead of just their role in my life." He nodded slowly. "That's all we can ask, I guess. That people try, that they're willing to be uncomfortable, that they do the work." I think about that conversation a lot. About the work, about how it's never finished, about how confronting your own prejudice and cruelty isn't a one-time event. It's a daily practice, a constant choosing to be better than you were. Dr. Martinez emailed me last month. She's giving a talk at MIT next fall, invited me to attend. "I think it would be valuable," she wrote, "for you to see the context I came from, to understand what it takes to move between worlds, to exist in multiple spaces while being fully seen in none of them." I'm going. Booked the flight already. Not because I think it will absolve me, Not because I think one talk will complete my education, but because I'm trying to stay in the discomfort, to keep learning, to keep confronting the ways I need to change. The evening is settling now. I'm in another hotel room, another city, another conference. Tomorrow, I'll give another presentation, not the one about metrics and efficiency and corporate innovation, but the one about seeing people, about confronting bias, about the gap between who we think we are and who we actually are, in moments when we think no one important is watching. The housekeeper knocked an hour ago. A different woman, different hotel, same uniform, same red chapped hands from chemicals. "Come in," I said, looking up from my laptop. "Please, take your time, and thank you for the work you do." She looked surprised, probably unused to being thanked, to being spoken to like a person instead of an interruption. "You're welcome, sir," she said. "What's your name?" I asked. She hesitated. "Anna." "Thank you, Anna. I hope you have a good evening." She smiled, small but genuine. "You too, sir." It's such a small thing, remembering to see people, to treat them with dignity, to not assume that their job or accent or role in your life determines their worth. But small things accumulate. Small cruelties become patterns, become systems, become the world we live in. And small kindnesses, small moments of seeing people, of treating them as fully human, those accumulate too. I'm not telling this story because I think I'm redeemed. I'm not sure redemption works that way. You don't get to erase cruelty by being kind later. The hurt still happened. Dr. Martinez still had to endure my assumptions and disrespect. That's part of her story now, whether I like it or not. But I can choose what comes next. Can choose to be someone who learns from his failures, who does the uncomfortable work of changing, who uses his position not to make others small, but to challenge systems that devalue people. There's something healing in that work, don't you think? Not for me. I don't get to claim healing from cruelty I inflicted, but for the world. For the small corner of it I move through. For the people who might be treated with more dignity because I learned to see them. That's what the conference the next morning taught me. Not just that I'd been cruel to someone impressive, but that I'd been cruel to a human being, and that the work of becoming better is never finished. It just begins again, each day, each interaction, each choice to see or to look away. I'm choosing to see now, trying to, anyway. That has to be enough. That has to be the start.